welcome to the Be Elite podcast. Today we have our podcast team, which includes me, Mr. Smith, Jaden, Cindy Lou, Janelle, and I've got Maddie too. And of course, today we have our elite staff and students who are major fans of anime. And we're going to have a discussion about anime in general and what interests them, and just like have a discussion just like friends. So first, I'm going to pass it off to Jaden so he could talk about anime because he's a major fan of anime also.
Yeah, well, all right, what's up, everybody? My name is Jaden. We already know the vibes, you feel me? So, first off, if anybody got any anime suggestion, please, because I was not prepared for this. Thanks to Mr. Smith for that. Also, if anybody has any anime recommendations, what they want to talk about first, please say so. Go ahead.
There we go. And let's start it off by let's have everybody who's on here, please jump in, introduce yourself. Let us know your name and what is your favorite anime.
My name is Damien Woolfolk. I started watching anime when I was like 5 or 6. My favorite anime has got to be Black Clover.
Okay. Yeah.
Some of my favorite characters is Asta, and I think it's Yuto, I think is his name. And there's some other animes that I like, just not really like a particular amount, because if you've seen on Netflix, you've seen this new anime called Pacific Rim: The Black. So if you've seen that, you should really check it out because it's a good show. So yeah.
Question:
That's awesome.
Is it a new anime or is it old?
If you have any recommendations, I'll put my stuff in the chat later on.
Perfect.
All right, Damien, is it a new anime or is it an old anime? Like, is it from the 2020 version or? All right.
You might just need to check it out, Jaden. Head over to Netflix. Check it out.
I'm just saying, because some of the new animes, they're not that good. To be honest,
they're not.
Yeah, true. But I am excited for season 5 of My Hero Academia. I can't wait for that.
And that's going to be
really
one of our
excited for
topics.
that one.
Yep, My Hero is going to be one of our topics that we're going to jump into. But first, let's keep it going. Keep introducing yourselves. Who's next?
Hi, I'm Kylie Hatch. My favorite anime is My Hero, and favorite characters are probably Bakugo and Kirishima.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's me.
Thank you. All right, who's next? Oh, I see a hand up. Maddie?
Hi, I'm Maddie. My favorite anime is My Hero Academia, and my favorite characters are Deku and Shoto Todoroki.
There you go. Thank you. All right, who's next?
I'll go next.
All right.
My name is Mr. Thomas. My favorite anime has to be Dragon Ball Z, hands down. Has one of the longest, best storylines. It's kind of aged really well. It's gotten better with the new series and things that they've been trying to come out with. So I would say Dragon Ball Z, hands down, my favorite.
Yeah. There's especially a real life version of it too.
Mm-hmm.
Like a live action one.
That's also one of the topics that we're going to be talking about today. So.
Yep, Dragon Ball will be, and I have a lot of positives about Dragon Ball to talk about today.
That's the first one, right? The first real life one they came out with.
Oh no,
they came out with years ago.
That first one was
horrible.
Not good.
Not at all. No. I don't think most people remember that one, but that one was bad.
We try to forget about it too.
Yeah, I think the new one's supposed to be better, but yeah.
All right, who's up next? Anybody want to introduce yourself and your favorite anime?
I guess I will go.
Okay.
Me, right?
Yeah, go ahead,
I heard somebody else. Okay. So, hi, I'm Ariana Weaver. I like to be called Weaver, though. I've been into Pokemon ever since. I mean, been to anime, but Pokemon introduced me into anime.
Okay.
But for like the longest time, my favorite anime was Black Butler, which was like really gorgeous to me until JoJo's Bizarre Adventure came into my life.
Oh my gosh, Joe.
So
Oh,
now they're
wow.
fighting. They're fighting for first place for me. But I've seen some Dragon Ball. I'm actually doing a fan animation for it.
Oh,
It's
how
hard
cool.
because I'm doing like I'm doing actual like animating like how the people up in the studios do it. So it's taking a while, but I'm doing that. I'm a part of some
Exciting.
projects that do some My Hero, so I am into My Hero too. I even got a little overhaul,
That's awesome.
and I got an autograph from Kellen too.
Oh, no way.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
pretty cool.
awesome. Wow. All right, I saw Christina's hand was up.
Hi, my name is Amanda. Sorry about the difference of the name. I forgot to change it.
No
My
problem.
favorite anime is Tokyo Ghoul. I've been watching anime since I think I've been watching it a couple of years ago, but I've watched so many animes since then. So it's been really fun. So
Tokyo Ghoul's it's a dark but amazing series. So that's super,
I've
super
watched
cool.
it about like 5 times. But I don't really like the 3rd season or the 4th season. The second, like the 1st and 2nd season are always my favorite. I also really like Naruto. So
There you go.
It's
Can't go
also-
wrong with that. Yeah.
Naruto is also one of our topics. So
It is. Thank you. It is. All right. Anybody else want to introduce yourself?
Jay has her hand raised just on the.
All right, go for it.
Hi, my name is Jade. Um, and I wasn't really into anime until like my cousin started watching Dragon Ball around me, and then I was like, oh, this is really, really interesting. So then my brother introduced me to Naruto, so I started watching it, and I became addicted, I guess. And then, but my favorite anime is probably Seven Deadly Sins because it's
Okay.
on Netflix. And then my favorite characters is Meliodas, Bon, and Gowther. And that's it.
Thank you for joining us. Anybody else want to introduce themselves?
Okay, one, now that I think about it, I should have brought up Seven Deadly Sins, but I don't think the teacher records will allow that, for the.
Probably not. I think we're sticking to the other ones, but I'm glad that she brought it up though, because it's her preference. It's something that she watches. So definitely, I'm glad you brought it up. All right, we have a few more people that have not. Oh, go ahead, Jaden.
I was saying Elijah would like to go next.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hello, my name's Elijah, and my favorite anime is One Piece. I started watching anime about 5 years ago, and I've been addicted to it ever since.
Oh, and that is a lengthy anime. I have given it a shot to watch it quite a few times. I'm probably maybe 40 or 50 episodes in. Super fun. Very, very, very cool anime. But there's just so much to watch of it. They're great episodes. I love the animation. I love everything about it. But when you look at it and you're like, oh, there's still like hundreds of episodes to go. So that's awesome. Thank you for joining us. All right. Am I missing anybody? Maybe Tiana?
I'm Tiana, by the way. I like watching Assassin's Classroom. If you guys watched that before.
I know Jaden has.
I
Yeah, try
have.
to bring it up,
That's a
but
good one too.
I finally got to season 2.
I mean, I tried to bring it, but we couldn't because of
Just purely by the title, not even because of the content, just because.
Yeah, just because
Yeah.
I
thank
only
you for
have to
joining
warn
us.
you, bring tissues to season 2. Bring tissues to season 2. That's all I gotta tell you.
There you go.
People die.
I ain't telling you, just bring tissues.
Come on, Weaver. You already
Dang it, Weaver.
You already spoiling.
All right, so
Yeah.
let's go ahead and jump into one of the topics. Jaden, let us know. Which one do you want to talk about first?
Ooh, okay, that one's a hard one because we have a lot of Dragon Ball and Naruto fans. But I might have to do Dragon Ball because that's just one of the best classics animes, of course. We got Goku, we got Vegeta. I never got his name right, so I'm sorry if anybody gets offended because, yeah, apparently people get offended if I say his name wrong, aka my brother, but we don't talk about him. Krillin, R.I.P. Anyways, so if
Yeah,
anybody want to talk
Yamcha.
about,
You know, you got
huh?
Yamcha.
Yeah, him too. And we got Trunks, one of the best. Um,
So
so
if let's talk about it. Like, if you watch Dragon Ball, what was your favorite story? What was your favorite part of Dragon Ball?
Tournament of Power, hands
hmm?
down. Tournament of Power.
Ooh. I mean, I'll just have to go get like Goku versus Frieza. Those were my best.
Those are good.
Like, yeah, those were the best ones to me.
Or Gohan versus Cell.
See, that's
Ooh.
the Cell
That
Saga
was
is my vote. Cell Saga to me is the best. I absolutely loved it. It hooked me into anime.
the only part that made me mad about that, they diminished Gohan's character after that. His
Right.
character was
After building him
horrible.
up so big and
So
so
big, and
powerful.
then it was disappointing. The whole Saiyaman and stuff was just sad.
I mean, it wasn't GT bad, but it was still bad. Yeah.
No, it wasn't GT bad. GT was, yeah, the best part about GT was Gogeta, but then
I never watched GT, so
oh,
is
you
it
gotta
really
watch it.
bad?
It's
not as
bad,
good as
but it's
Dragon Ball Z.
necessary. It's like when you watch Dragon Ball Z, and then they put GT in there. It's like it was very disappointing from the like direction the franchise was going. But it's not like a horrible watch. You could watch it. It's not horrible. It's just disappointing to what you thought they could have done with it.
So they made Vegeta one of the best characters on GT, or
No.
was he still trash?
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, he was still trash. All right, so they didn't mess up
I don't think they ever build up Vegeta that well.
I mean, at least they didn't make him like one of the powerful characters. At least.
No, they never do. He's always second fiddle to Goku.
Yeah.
Well, and let's give a little kind of Reader's Digest synopsis of Dragon Ball Z. So for those of you who don't know about the anime, what's the appeal? So if somebody who knows it, can you jump in and let them know what Dragon Ball is and what's the appeal of it?
I'm pretty sure like Melvin is one of the best because like he's seen.
I can. All right, I'll jump in. I'll try and give other people a chance. I guess the appeal is if you like fighting movies or like kung fu, it's like kung fu on steroids essentially because they're like these super powered beings. They get stronger as they fight. The best storyline part is about the Saiyan race because for some reason they fight people, they get beat up, but then they become stronger after they've gotten beat up. It's kind of weird, but it's that cool. And then the way that they build up some of the characters are pretty great. Some characters are kind of disappointing, but it's typical, I guess. They're side characters, but I guess and then the storyline behind it. They kind of bring the family aspect into it, so it kind of makes you root for them that way. So, but yeah, it's like kung fu movies on steroids, essentially.
Right, and you throw in some, like attacks from, aliens,
Right.
Pretty much.
Exactly.
Time travel, which I thought was one of the coolest part, was like you have this character who comes from the future and says like, in three years or whatever, this is going to happen.
Yeah.
So get ready. And so you have like, Goku, who's the lead character, starts training to be ready because this thing is going to happen. And sure enough, it does. And, I thought that was really cool too, because, I love time travel, Doctor Who, Back to the Future, all that. But this was done in a very different way. Like Trunks popped up, he destroyed
Frieza. That was crazy.
And then he said, like, get ready because something bigger, is coming.
Yeah.
I mean, it's Trunks, so like.
But Trunks was disappointing after that. Like he never got that much stronger. Like that was the pinnacle
of Trunks.
Yeah, because he came back from the future, destroyed Frieza, who they like had a hard time fighting, and then after that, he never really beat anybody else.
Right.
And then he doesn't even fight anymore, outside of like the Super Saga a little bit.
I agree.
But he had
I think that was his highlight. That, and then of course the what was it? Future. Was it Future Imperfect, or the one where we got to see the world he came from at the very beginning of the movie? Well, okay. Who else has seen Dragon Ball, and what is your favorite story?
Well, I mean, I've watched Dragon Ball ever since like I was little, cause my dad's side of the family, they all love Dragon Ball, and my cousin loves Dragon Ball. Like everybody loves Dragon Ball Z, but like I never really. I just like watched some parts of it, like never really gone into like a binge watch of like every season or every episode. But like what really mesmerized me is when Goku goes Super Saiyan, Saiyan,
Yep.
and I was like, oh, that's really cool. And then they would explain to me as like different power levels, and I was like, well, what's the highest one then? And then I would just like keep watching like every episode, and then I was like, oh my gosh, like he gets stronger and stronger, and then he trains and stuff like that. It's like I think like that where he actually has to train in order to be more stronger and like learn from his mistakes and fighting different levels and stuff like that. So from when I was a kid, I was like, oh my god, cool. So yeah, that's what like got me into Dragon Ball.
I just have one thing to add on to that. Here's something that you never want to see Goku doing whenever you encounter him or make him mad, or when you want to fight. Never see him warming up. Never see him.
No, never.
It's always so cool though. He's doing his little stretches. He's stretching his leg and everything, and you're like, oh boy.
Yeah.
That's when you go. That's when you go. That's when you be like, all right, I surrender.
Or Luffy when his hat covers his eyes, that's when you might want to run.
Yes. So.
And never mess with anybody Vegeta cares about. That's the only time he becomes a great character.
I mean,
agreed.
Only Vegeta is the only one that would challenge him to every fight.
Have
he
you
still gets beat?
Did you watch Dragon Ball Super?
I don't think so. No.
Watch Battle of the Gods and you'll see what I'm talking about.
All right.
Watch the movie Battle of the Gods. I think it's on. Is it on Netflix or Hulu?
Is it on Netflix or Funimation?
No, Hulu. If you go to Hulu, they actually have all of the seasons of the entire series of Dragon Ball Super now on Hulu, from the beginning to the finish. And the beginning of Super is the same as watching the movie Battle of the Gods. It's the exact same thing. That you'll see like the one time like Vegeta actually became, in my eyes, a legit character. Because I'm not gonna tell you what happens, but it was like, oh, okay, Vegeta's not a total punk, but you know.
Well, at least someone's not going to spoil the story.
But he didn't tell you how or what, so
yeah,
not at all. You got to see what made him like that one time. I was like, okay, Vegeta's cool now, but then that was about it.
He's still trash, so in my head.
He was watch that one part. Watch the beginning, like the first like 10, first like 10 to 20 episodes of Dragon Ball Super, and like he won't be trash for that period of time. Yeah, pretty much.
That's become trash. All right.
Here.
What do we got there?
That's Hulu?
Yeah, this is Hulu.
Yeah, they have the whole Dragon Ball Super.
There
I
you
guess
go.
we just rewatched it, so it's all in English. The entire English version of it too.
That's why I like Hulu. They make it in English where you can understand it.
See?
Yeah.
Wait. Oh, can we start talking about subs or dubs if people prefer subs or dubs?
Let's jump into that. Yeah. What is your preference? Subs or dubs?
I prefer subs.
Depends on the anime.
I prefer.
Depends on the anime.
I agree with whoever said depends on the anime.
All right. It depends.
Yeah.
So,
Sometimes they change it though. Like from the subs to dubs, they change some parts. They cut out some parts also.
Because in Japanese, sometimes it doesn't make sense. Coming from a person who takes Japanese classes, if I were to put a sentence like in English, if I were to say, "Hi, my name is," if I said that exact sentence in Japanese, it would not make sense to the Japanese people.
Way to flex.
They would be like, "Are you trying to say da 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 da?" And then I would be like, "Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say." So it kind of doesn't make sense in the different languages if you completely translate it from one language to another. The sentences don't make sense.
That and they filtered out of a lot of the Japanese that came originally from Japan. They filtered out a lot of the anime because you can't watch that in America. They won't let you. It's not. It's not socially appropriate in their opinion for it all to be completely just straight translated over.
I know I'm about to have a lot of people hate me, but I don't know why, but I prefer dub for some reason.
Me too.
Me too.
Like I said, it depends. It depends.
I mean,
Well, for me, coming from a performing arts background, I am a director that works with voice actors, and to be honest, it honestly depends on the cast. If the cast performs really well, if you selected a pretty good cast that can really make the scenes like a really good scene, then dub. There you go, dub's fine. But if you choose a cast that is not lively or does not bring the whole like show together, then it's not a good cast. Then the dub's gonna be like, oh, okay, I'll just go to sub then. But it really honestly depends on the actors themselves. It depends how they deliver it, how they're going to go with it, you know. From my line of work, that's where I see how people will be like, oh, sub, oh, dub. It's really how the actors do it, and if the directors like allow it or not.
Right. And I'll say too, the reason why I said it depends on the anime, for the main reason, because depending on when I watched it first. If I watched it like Dragon Ball Z, when I first watched it was on the Cartoon Network or something like that in the morning when I was a kid, and I'm used to the English voices. When I watched it in subtitle and I was like, the voices annoyed me because I was like, this doesn't sound like it didn't have the same effect to me because of the way that the characters were portrayed. Like you said, depending on how the voice over the performers, how they portray the character, it just changed for me in certain aspects. But like Bleach, I can't watch it. I can't watch Bleach dubbed. It sounds horrible. I like the subtitle version. It just sounds so much better. And the feeling of it sounds better. The way the characters were developed in the subtitle version compared to the dub version were just much better for me. So like I said, it kind of, for me, it depends on, you know, the anime, and like you said too, the way that the performers actually bring forth and bring out the character of the characters that they're portraying.
The voice cast, yep, the voice cast is so big because I've watched some that have a horrendous, you know, English dub voice cast.
Yeah.
And then, like for me, like personally, I look at Funimation, and Funimation consistently has a wonderful, you know, voice actors and across the board. It's when you know, like I take a chance on what was it, like Blade of the Immortal, which is a really great manga, and they made an anime of it, and the voice cast was horrendous, and I never made it past volume 1 because I couldn't do it. But I completely agree with Weaver. Yeah, and you know that's exactly it. It depends on how well they deliver, how well that group is able to work with each other and deliver that character. But I mean, I do tend to like, you know, the dubs more, but only if they're well done. All right. Anybody else have any comments about dubs and subs?
I was watching subs. I don't like dubs. I think I only watched one or two in dubs. I don't know why, but I watched Angels of Dust in dub. I couldn't watch in subs for some reason.
Cindy, how are we friends?
All right. Well, I'd like to jump into the next one. Jaden, let's go ahead and talk about the little blonde fox demon.
Oh, all right. So here we go. We got Naruto, ladies and gentlemen. One of the second best animes. It's actually a really big debate, I guess, going on. I don't know. I don't really pay attention to any of this, but between Dragon Ball and Naruto. This is actually probably one of the biggest debates. So let's see what people think. First question. Which one do you think is better, Naruto or Dragon Ball Z?
I feel like you shouldn't ask that because it's probably going to start an argument between people.
That's why he asked it. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
That's a tough question.
Yeah.
Naruto.
No, it's not. It's Dragon Ball.
Well, I will say, the only reason I'll say Dragon Ball, because in my opinion, Dragon Ball has a better storyline all the way through. Naruto kind of gets dead at some point, and they have way too many filler episodes.
I see some people that are probably thinking more Naruto, right?
Naruto.
Ooh, look at that.
I mean, Dragon Ball Z is a classic, one of the best classics, and I agree with Mr. Thomas, or whatever you want me to call me. I don't know.
It's fine. You can call me Melvin or Mr. Thomas. It doesn't bother me.
Okay. Anyways, Dragon Ball, I mean, it just has a better story. Like, you can like even though you might predict some stuff, it just like the fights is more like
And
it's more
Oh, they're
better.
epic.
Yeah, more epic. I'm trying to figure out the right word, but we don't talk about it.
All right.
Yeah,
What else do we got?
Naruto fight scenes didn't get good until he became a teenager. All the part when he was a kid wasn't that good. Like his fights were, my opinion.
But here's something that we all kind of knew. Well, here's something that we all wished would happen was that Jiraiya at least got to see Naruto become Hokage.
Yeah. True that. That was a sad moment when Jiraiya died. That was sad.
Literally, I had waterworks.
Oh, man.
A sign of a good anime, though, right? Because it pulls you in. And he was interesting. He was this interesting, oddball, sensei-ish, but not really character, and he was fantastic.
He was pretty weird though.
Didn't he ride a giant toad?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, I think what was more sad was when Neji died.
Yeah.
That was a little more sad to me.
All right.
A lot of depth in Naruto.
Yeah. All right. Next question. Because I'm a little bit more prepared for this. I swear, if I hear one bad answer about this, what do y'all think about Sakura? However you say her name, I don't care.
Sakura.
Trash.
Thank you. Trash.
I won't say she's trash. I can't say she's trash.
That was brutally honest.
Right. It was.
But here is one thing though.
She didn't have no jutsu.
But here is one thing how Sakura's kind of not useless. Without Sakura, Naruto would be dead.
Yeah, a lot of them would be dead. So would Sasuke.
But Naruto always got to save her.
Yeah, that is true though. And
But
when Naruto was young, there was like this one anime clip where he was protecting her from everything. That was when they were young. And then when Sasuke's still in the hospital bed, when he finally wakes up, she gives him a big old hug, and
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that was cold-blooded.
I was like, that made me so mad. I almost wanted to just like, seriously, I really wish I had that teleportation jutsu like Goku had. I would have snapped Sakura's neck in half. Would have snapped.
But she was necessary though. She was a necessary character because if it wasn't for her, Naruto and Sasuke wouldn't have been as strong as they were because Naruto got stronger specifically because he wanted to protect her, and that's why he got so good and got so strong.
But
and pushed himself. He
also wanted to marry her pretty much.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He was trying to impress her, but that's how he got good though. If she wasn't around, he wasn't looking at nobody else until he got grown.
But why did Sakura do that to Naruto though? Like, just straight up went up to Sasuke and just like no respect at all for Naruto. Just straight up hugged.
Literally, Naruto risking his life like multiple times for Sakura, and then here she is. He gives Sasuke a big old hug for being passed out in a hospital bed.
So that crushed you too, Jaden. Huh? That crushed you.
No, it hurt. It made me mad. I wanted to slap her.
Instead of what kind of made me happy for Sakura is that she finally was able to win over Sasuke. That was kind of a happy moment for me. She was finally able to win over Sasuke, and Hinata finally won over Naruto. So, yeah, and they both got married except for Sasuke and Sakura because they didn't get married yet, but they will. Trust me, I know.
No, I don't like how Sakura is always so over him. Like, can she get over him? Like, it was like all over the thing. It's kind of like if you watched Fairy Tail, like how Juvia loves Gray. I don't know if anyone even here watched Fairy Tail, but she's like.
I have. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Isn't she kind of like her? Like how much she loves Gray, how much she loves Sasuke.
Literally, she is obsessed with him.
Well, but like all the girls are obsessed with Sasuke. He was the pretty boy.
But if you
the anime, he was the pretty boy in anime. All the girls wanted Sasuke.
Yeah, but
Sakura
if
is
you
talking
see
so
like
much
the
mess.
whole entire show, you'll see like this one episode where it's an alternate universe, and Naruto's, well, his name is actually really Menma, is actually the pretty boy in the story.
Mhm.
And all the girls are after him, and he not as scary in that alternate universe. Ew. I'm surprised. I'm surprised Naruto didn't just whip out the Nine Tails.
But I will say this: that's actually what made the show good because it was a more realistic, like high school experience for him. So that
Yeah,
happens. I don't know. Well, y'all still kind of. Yeah, when I was in high school, that happened to me a few times. So I'll just say that much. But that was just. It was like okay. I was like okay, that's a typical high school thing. Like you're not the best looking dude. You like the best looking girl, but she just looked past you no matter how much you try to help her out and do. But I think it helped the storyline. And then, she became really strong and she used to beat the mess out of people. She was completely useless.
She's still completely useless to me. I don't care what anybody says. Y'all can bring up anything. She's completely useless. She don't do nothing. She just get Naruto hurt. That's it. That's all.
There's a lot of anger in your voice, Jaden.
Yes, I really
So
do.
instead of Sakura,
get
who
it
do you like more than Sakura? Like the
Hinata
other one?
Hinata was better.
Yeah, I don't know how to pronounce her name, so I just say the other one.
The other one.
I never really watched Naruto. My sister, she's on like the second part of Naruto. I cannot pronounce that either. The Naruto that
Shippuden?
starts with
Shippuden?
yes. And she said it gets kind of boring at the part she is right now, but
There's a lot of filler episodes.
Yeah. You gotta skip the fillers. The fillers are kind of like annoying. That's the reason why I said Dragon Ball Z is better. It doesn't have as many filler episodes. They're almost fighting in every episode.
Agreed. And if there is a filler episode, it's really once in a blue moon, and you can tell.
Yeah.
You're like, oh,
Yeah.
Goku's going to the market. Okay, here we go.
Yeah. Yeah. Just skip.
do you
Doesn't
guys
have
still
nothing-
watch
nothing.
filler episodes?
No.
Because I watch
don't.
filler episodes. Like for
Because
any
they-
anime.
They most of the time they have absolutely nothing to do with the story. They're made just because they're still working on the art for the rest of the storyline. So especially with this one, like there are so many filler episodes in Shippuden. That
Bleach was worse.
Sometimes I want to skip the filler episodes, but then I read this article that's saying that sometimes they show like a little bit of information in the filler episodes. Like sometimes it shows like the background of some character.
and you're like, I don't want to miss that.
I know. And sometimes it's like a break from like I'm talking about a different anime about filler episodes, but like sometimes it's a break from like all the hard stuff, like all their fighting. Because they would have like this arc of fighting, and then they have a couple filler episodes, and then they have another arc of fighting. It's like
I found something. It has to do with anime, but it's like somebody made this edit. Look, and this is like a live action. Look, this is supposed to be Minato,
Okay.
Saitama,
Oh wow.
and then look at Goku.
I mean,
That was pretty cool. All right, so Jaden, any more questions on this series
this
before we
one's
jump to
my
the
last
last one?
I wanted to ask
okay.
if we could do another topic about like what our favorite art style, like our favorite anime art style is, like our anime that we like the art style for the most.
Yeah, let's ask that at the very end. We'll ask
Okay.
at the very end about that, and that will be our closing thing.
All right.
I have to jump off, Mr. Smith. I definitely appreciate the time.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Thomas. I appreciate you being here.
I'll leave you with one thing. I'm sad that they only made 2 seasons of One Punch Man. I'm
One Punch Man's so great.
I'm so sad
One Hit Man.
One Hit Man, One Punch Man. I'm sad that they only made 2 seasons. I
The
want
ball
another season.
person.
Oh,
It's so good. Yeah, he's so amazing.
Saitama, he needs some more. He needs some more love.
Saitama.
Agreed.
there's this.
I've seen a couple scenes of One Punch Man where he was grabbing like the chips and then he hit the person behind him, and he completely got knocked out. Or so, and he didn't even notice what he hit. He hit him.
There's just one scene in Naruto that is all over TikTok. You see Naruto running to the bathroom, but if you look closely to the left, you'll see the 4th Hokage, who is supposedly dead. And I'm like, that was a mistake, right? And
Hopefully that was a drawing error.
yeah, because he's supposed to be dead. And I'm like, everybody was surprised when they saw that. I was surprised when I first saw it.
All right, Jaden, go ahead and ask us that last question for this series. That way we could jump on to the last one.
All right. Boruto or Naruto?
Boruto.
Boruto.
See him growing up. I cannot wait for that. Him versus Kawaki. Ooh.
That would be a sight.
Boruto, just because of the current arc
There we go. Okay.
Okay.
in the manga and the anime.
Yeah, except I hate that you have to wait every Sunday in order for a new episode to come out on Hulu. So,
There you go.
that's the pain that I have to
All right. Well, anybody else? No. All right. Our final topic. Huh?
Who has watched Sasuke or the destruction life of Sasuke? I don't know how to pronounce that, but I usually love to watch that. Pink hair guy, the pink hair guy.
I tried
Who
watching
could stand that guy?
See, so Jaden knows what it is.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, but I couldn't really watch it for some reason.
I couldn't watch
Sakusa?
Saikike too.
Yeah. All right.
All right, Jaden, go ahead. Take us into the next one.
The last topic of the day. One of the newest, best ones that still has not come out with the 5th season. Apparently, I don't know. My Hero Academia.
I'm excited for this one.
Yep. A lot of people's
My
excited
Hero.
for this one. So, whatever topic y'all want to talk about, go ahead and bring it up.
Okay, but don't spoil anything. I'm only on the 2nd season.
Oh, I was about to talk about like the 4th season.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
I want to start watching.
I'll hide him. I'll hide him from you. Cindy. I'll hide him from you.
Yeah, good idea.
Oh, I don't mind spoilers.
Oh,
Well, I don't want to
Told us
spoil
not to
the.
spoil it,
I
though.
wanted to talk about one of the biggest things that I saw, but I won't spoil it because it's a big part of the anime. It's a really big fight scene.
Ooh. Okay.
bring it up. Go ahead. Let's hear it.
Yeah.
Cindy Lou, turn off your mic. Turn off your
Oh,
speaker.
it's fine. It's fine.
I already
Okay,
have
go
the
ahead.
battle in my mind right now, and that battle is okay. I'm gonna say it, but I'm gonna say it.
Intense.
All Might versus All for One. That's it.
Yeah,
That was one.
that's all
of
we
the
gotta
best
say.
battles. Yeah, that was one of the
It's one of
That
the
was one of
absolute
the
best
biggest.
battles.
Yeah, that too.
So, okay, so for those of you who don't know who My Hero Academia is, if you're not familiar with it, so take superhero comics from, what we see in America and turn it into an anime. So you have these people that have quirks, they have these powers. And there's these schools that train these people to become heroes. So it centers around a character named Deku. And
Izuku Midoriya.
Midoriya, and
Like, this is your
Midoriya
name.
is one of the few that in this world he does not have powers. And in that world, your big, your Superman, your Captain America, your Spider-Man, your everything wrapped into one is All Might. All Might is like, the hero. He's the number one hero, in this universe.
He was.
Well, right. So if you started watching
Don't
it,
spoil
he
it.
is the big one.
Foreshadowing.
And you get to see, the dynamic of, Midoriya trying to, how does he do this with no power? And then when he comes into power, how is he able to handle that? Because he doesn't handle it very well. I mean, like he breaks his arm when he tries to use 1% of the power. But it's very, classic superhero, supervillain kind of thing. And the fight that was brought up was All Might, who is already kind of injured and kind of fading, and he's going to go up against his classic nemesis. And this guy is a monster. The battle is so epic. I mean, I think the last time I saw a battle that fast and frantic was probably Dragon Ball Z. It was that good.
If you watch the show, like from at least like episode 1 to episode 10, you'll see how Deku gains his powers.
Right.
Yeah.
And then you'll see like how he becomes the hero in that type of moment. Because my favorite thing about Deku is that he is like the glue that holds the whole entire school together.
Yeah.
Right.
What's
And
everybody's
he's
favorite character?
Oh, there we go. Yeah. What's everybody's favorite character?
Ooh.
My favorite character is it has to be Kaminari.
That's fair.
I
But
might have to
you know,
go.
I can be Kaminari for Halloween. When my math test shows up, I can have like a piece of drool coming out of my mouth. I can just be putting up thumbs
Short
up.
circuit mode.
I might have to go. Todoroki, to be honest.
Nice.
Todoroki is the son of Endeavor.
Yeah,
Yeah.
his dad is a jerk. No cap. But
His dad's a
Dad is
burning
a
piece of
jerk.
trash.
Yeah, but Shoto hates his father because how he treated him when he was a child. And
Who wouldn't?
He put
Who wouldn't hate their dad after doing that?
Endeavor put his own wife in a hospital.
Right. No, but that's a good choice for a character. You know, not Endeavor, but his son.
But it was the mother's fault to begin with, because if the mother was the one that caused him to have that scar on his left eye.
When she put hot water in his face.
Okay, that's kind of true, but if you've read the manga, you know that's sort of not true.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of don't put ice on a burn directly after it's happened? Anybody heard of that?
I think so, yeah.
If you've read the manga, then you know she burned the water on his face, realized what happened, and then used her quirk, and then that's how the scar got there. That's how those red scars appear. They're freezer burns. So that's one of the reasons you don't put ice on burns.
Well, I mean, it made him look.
Made him look cool.
It did make him look cool.
Horrible trauma, but it made him look cool.
Don't ever try it at home, ever. Yeah.
Don't ever.
Mina is literally, well, you can't, just don't try to lift up Mina if you're in the cheerleading, if you're on the cheerleading team. Do not lift her up because she can shoot acid from her feet, so don't do that. But Mina is probably one of my favorite characters because one, she knows how to dance.
Yeah.
Two, she's a cool character once you get to know her. She's actually pretty funny, she's nice. And she has a lot of aspects, but here's one thing that we all want to see in My Hero Academia, that in Uraraka. We all want to see that. Because if you've seen the show, you'll see that Deku is that Uraraka is a little bit too obsessed with Deku.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Not as much as Toga, but
I was gonna say I saw a hand up, and I think Toga has to do with it. So go right ahead. I see the hand up. Go ahead.
It didn't have to do with Toga. It was about Todoroki. It's funny, when I was like 3 or 4, I was making tea and I accidentally spilled boiling hot water all over me. And there's like I would say a scar maybe there, and it's like, and then I started watching My Hero Academia. I'm like, wait a minute. So it was scary, but now that I watched it, I was kind of like, okay, maybe it was kind of cool, but also like that was scary.
You were like, is this my life just put into an anime?
Be like, I have fire powers now. No more having to walk to school now. You need to fly.
Yeah, I'm about to eat these.
Be like, oh, you want to make me do the homework? Huh? You burn the homework immediately.
I burn my homework. How did you burn your homework? I have superpowers.
Here's some cool ways to burn your homework. 1, put some oil in a pan. 2, get your homework sheets, put it in there, and then make it look like your dog ate it.
And then light yourself on fire.
Please don't do this at home.
I was kidding.
Absolutely.
Do not try this at home.
I was talking Todoroki wise.
Do not listen to Kylie, please.
I was talking like Todoroki quirk.
I got
Like,
another
if you had
comment.
superpowers.
I see another comment for somebody. Tiana.
Mine would be Hawks. The wings guy.
Wings.
Very cool design. I agree. Very awesome design.
Has anybody seen the movie? I think it was Heroes Rising. Has anybody seen the movie?
Yeah, I've seen that.
Okay, do you guys
saw it.
remember that one scene where there's like a bird in the background?
Yeah.
That's Hawks' original design.
Huh?
That's Hawks' original design.
Look at this.
And they thought we wouldn't notice. Said Sorry,
So-
sorry. I saw Weaver's comment.
All right. Speaking of the comment, Weaver, I'm guessing you're a Lita fan.
I am an Ida fan, actually. It's not because I like, oh, this guy's pretty cool. I adore voice actors when they're really good. So
Yes. Okay. Yeah, that's
Ida's-
him. That's his original thing. Yeah.
Oh no.
So Ida's voice
Wow.
actor is Michael Tatum, which I adore to death because his voice is so lovely. And when I found out that Michael Tatum voices Ida, I'm just like, oh my god, I'm gonna fall in love with this guy's voice. So I did, and I'm like, oh, this guy's actually pretty cool. He's like a schoolboy, but he's like also wholesome. So I fell in love with Ida, and then I found out that Kellen Goff, the guy from Five Nights at Freddy's, he also voices Overhaul. And I'm just like, whoa, this guy voices Overhaul. And I'm like, I gotta get up all on season 4.
Oh, that's
What's
awesome.
I enjoyed watching
Ida's
his art.
voice actor is that he acts like Ida too. So, because he has the glasses. 2, he's super all over the rules. And 3, I watch not podcasts, panels, like con panels, and he says it himself. He does those hand movements when he's getting strict with people, and perfect. He is Ida.
He's becoming that character.
Yeah.
Whenever he does that, you know he's being serious.
Yeah, but sometimes my favorite like trio was when Deku, Shoto, and Ida were fighting Stain.
Oh, Stain
That
was
was
super
interesting.
cool.
That was interesting.
Everybody
But my favorite trio is
after
probably.
Stain's arrest. Everybody changed after Stain's arrest.
But I mean, I guess my favorite trio will probably be Karishma, Bakugo, and Electro Dude.
Kaminari.
Huh?
Kaminari.
Yeah, that dude.
Yeah.
Those probably my 3 favorite trios. After that one fight, I forgot who they were fighting. I guess it was against another school.
Shiketsu, I think.
I think so, yeah.
All right. Anybody else have a favorite character of My Hero before we jump into the closing? Oh, I see Maddie's hand up.
Tamaki.
Maddie.
My favorite characters?
Yeah.
Shoto Todoroki, Deku, Bakugo Katsuki, or Katsuki Bakugo, Kirishima, or all of them. All of
So you
them
like the
are-
anime?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. It took me 2 days just to get a season 2.
Oh, see.
You watched it faster than I did.
You
I
watched
had-
it.
I-
You watched it faster than any of
I
us.
know. I had to stay up until 3 a.m.
Oh, that makes sense.
I got stuck on season 2. It kept on
It was
loading.
worth it.
Yeah,
It was worth it.
you wanna know how long it took me to get to season 4? It only took me like 1 day.
What?
I did not eat for the whole entire day.
Oh yeah.
Jaden's
Dedication.
done.
But also, don't do this at home, people. Make sure you eat and stay healthy. Yes.
Yeah.
Do what we say, don't do what we do.
And don't do
Basically,
what
just
you
don't
hear.
be like us. Don't
Damien.
don't stay up all night and binge watch
Oh.
everything.
So, Damien, you got up at 12 a.m. and then did not sleep at all that day. You got up at 10 a.m., did not eat, did not move, just turn on My Hero Academia. It was like, you know what? I'm just going to go to season 4.
This is why binge sessions should not be a
I had
thing.
a bucket right next to my bed. I didn't
No. Oh. Mm-mm. I
Oh,
saw a hand up.
gross.
I saw a hand up for Maddie.
Oh gosh.
You didn't think I saw your hand.
Oop.
Nope.
For 1 day. Season 4?
I was watching season 2, but then it started loading forever. So I'm like, why? So
Over it.
yeah, I was so I need to go back to watching season 2. It was loading forever, so I'm like, I can't even watch this. Like every second they're fighting, like 1 second he moves and then it loads, and then another second he moves and then loads. I'm like, how can you watch fighting like this?
I hate that. That's annoying.
I think that's just your internet problem.
I also think maybe
Cindy.
it was what I was watching it on. I was watching it on
That's fine.
Crunchyroll.
No, I think
So maybe that's why.
Yeah, don't go on this website called 4anime2 because that website always freezes in the good.
Oh, I never heard of that one.
No, but don't listen, don't go to it because he just said to never go to it. So don't forget you heard it. Maddie, I saw your hand up again. Were you ready?
After I did that, those 2 days of getting to season 2, I felt like I felt like I was very close to anime heaven.
Yeah.
You accomplished something that.
I
Well,
feel
no,
like
Damien done it. He got to season 4 one day. Just can't
I
go.
usually watch anime like that,
Jesus.
but I kept on loading.
She's anime Jesus.
But before we close off, here is one thing that everybody in the world is looking to: Demon Slayer the movie.
Yes,
that's a thing.
Yeah, it's coming
I
out.
can't wait until that comes out.
Yeah,
I'm excited now.
It's actually out. If you go on this type of app, you'll be able to watch it for free before it even comes.
Well,
No
and I
one
saw
spoil
that,
anything.
and the
I'm
tickets
still
did
in
go
the
on
first
sale.
season.
Like Cinemark already put it up today, I think. So like tickets are on sale for. I want to say it's May or maybe the end of this month, but tickets are on sale right now for it. All right. Well, before we close, I want to ask the question that Cindy Lou had asked earlier, and I want to ask briefly, real quick, just because we're gonna close out right now. Favorite anime based on the artistic style of it. Favorite anime. Go.
I would have to say My Hero.
I'm gonna go with Dragon Ball.
Okay.
I will go with Your Lie in April.
Oh, I thought you were telling me I was lying. I was like, hold on, what's
that would have been great.
I'm gonna have to go with Attack on Titan. That one's just awesome.
Oh yeah.
We
Good
never
choice.
talked about Attack on Titan.
I should have brought that up. Ooh.
Well, and if everybody enjoyed this, we can possibly do another one coming up in May, especially with that Demon Slayer movie coming out and everything.
Yeah.
So we can do that again. Maddie, go ahead. I see your hand.
It's about the anime and art style.
Yeah.
Mine would be Hanko-kun, Toilet Bound.
Yes, that's my favorite. My favorite art style.
Sorry if I pronounce Hanko-kun wrong. or
Hanako-kun?
said the title name.
Yeah.
Wrong.
Toilet Bound,
Yes,
Hanako-kun.
I love the art style.
I love the art style too.
It's so cute, in my opinion.
All right. Who else?
For me, I feel Black Butler or Fire Force has to be the best art style I've seen so far.
Okay, here's one that I like the art style of. 1 second, it's enough. This real quick. It's called Kangoro Ashira, I think. 1 second.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about.
Kengan Ashira, I think.
I think I know that one.
Yeah,
Netflix?
Kengan Ashira. It's this right here.
I need English titles.
Kengan Ashira.
Again, Ashura. Okay. Anybody else have one they want to put up, but just by the art style alone?
Maddie, do you have something else?
No, but I would like to say something.
Go for
Okay, so one time I was learning Japanese, so every word I thought somebody was saying in English, I thought my head just translated to Japanese. I was like, what?
That's what I meant, like in the beginning, but sometimes it doesn't make sense from English to Japanese. That's like a really good point.
I've been watching so many anime that I understand what they're saying, but even without the subtitles. Like I understand like common phrases like "Are you okay?" or like "Thank you" or like "Hi" and like common phrases like that. And then my sister starts speaking, and I'm like, "Why?" She likes to speak Japanese words over and over again. I tell her to shut up because she's so annoying. Keeps on saying the same thing over and over again.
How mean?
I told my older brother what arigato means, and he refuses to say thank you regularly now.
My sister likes saying that all the time. And she says it in different ways, you know, like how they do it like formally, like thank you very much also, like and we have a debate over it. She's like, this is how you say thank you. No, this is how you say thank you. Because there's different ways, like formally and informally.
Arigato.
Because I think, isn't it like arigato gozaimasu? Is like, I think thank you very
Yeah,
much.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't speak. I understand some of it. My sister can speak it better than I can.
All right. So any other animes based on the art style that if you haven't answered yet? Oh, go ahead, Tiana.
Mine would be Sasuke. I don't know why. Pink hair, pink everything. Like, he could teleport. He could do all sorts of like powers and stuff like that. Me wondering, can I have that power too? Can I go to outer space for just 2 seconds? He has those things on his head too.
Yeah, I know what she's talking about.
Nope, there we go. Thank you for there we go. All
My
right.
dog
Well,
has joined me for the outro.
oh, perfect. Yeah. Oh, Maddie. Okay, Maddie, you're the last comment before we do the
After
outro. Go for
all
it.
this time, I finished my eerie drawing.
Okay.
Really?
let's see.
Or it's more of a coloring, but I'm still proud of it.
Oh, look
Oh,
at
that's not
that.
bad.
Oh, that's
There
pretty.
we go.
I'm very proud of it. After all this time,
How long did it take you?
like, I don't know, a long time, an hour, 30 minutes.
An hour and 30 minutes?
That's not
Or
very long
I
at all.
don't know
That's
how
awesome.
long. No, since the My Hero Academia word popped up. Since somebody said My Hero Academia.
Oh,
Like, yeah.
well, there you go. That's
And
that's awesome.
Man,
I
everybody
love-
here with their art.
Oh, I can't draw at all, so. Yeah.
I have a lot of-
work with really like professional people, so I have like took their art styles and I've put it to like professional. So I got some like for the animatic I'm working on, I have to make that like as close as Dragon Ball as possible. So that's one challenge. And then for fan art, I am a perfectionist when it comes to fan art, so I try and make
art's
it look
hard.
Weaver.
I try and make it as close as possible.
Oh, Weaver, you might know this from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 5 or 6. You might know this that Giorno can do this. He can kind of tuck his ear in. Yep.
Yeah.
He's not the only one that can do that. I can kind
Wow.
of.
All right. So with that, I'm going to go
really
ahead
cool.
and I'm going to pass it to Kylie to take our outro. Go for it.
Anyways, we hope everybody enjoyed this podcast. Thank you for coming. Subscribe and make sure to come back for more podcasts if we do any more. Other than that, have a good day.
Awesome. All
We
right.
upload
Bye,
every
everyone.
Friday. I just want to say we upload every Friday. Bye.